Hello and welcome back to my channel. I decided to make another video on this topic of historical evidences of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, because in my previous video I provided some proofs of many. Today I am going to provide more historical evidences of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So, without wasting much time, let's begin. Muhammad is not completely a fiction of later pious imagination. As some have implied, we know that someone named Muhammad did exist, and that he led some kind of movement. And this fact, in turn, gives us greater confidence that further information in the massive body of traditional Muslim materials may also be rooted in historical fact. Fred Donner, professor of Near Eastern History, University of Chicago, Muhammad and the Believers at the Origins of Islam, 53. While it has become popular to question the very existence of Prophet Muhammad and other major religious figures, the historical evidences for Prophet Muhammad existing and living in 7th century Arabia is vast and well documented. Several examples of the earliest sources documenting the existence and mission of Prophet Muhammad. 1. A Byzantine Greek text written within 2 years of Prophet Muhammad's death in 634 confirms he existed and claimed to be a prophet of Allah. 2. Assyrian manuscript folio examined by W. Wright, which dates to 636 AD, 4 years after Prophet Muhammad died, mentions Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the Arab conquest of Syria. Documented in W. Wright, Catalogue of Syriac Manuscripts in the British Museum, acquired since the year 1838, 1870. 3. Another Syrian manuscript mentions Muhammad and the Arab conquests, and this also comes from the year 634 AD, 2 years after Muhammad died. See W. Wright, Catalogue of Syriac Manuscripts in the British Museum, acquired since the year 1838, 1872. 4. The writing of the Syrian Christian Thomas the Presbyter in 640 testifies that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, existed and led a movement. That is just 8 years after his death. 5. The Quran provides direct evidence of Prophet Muhammad. Not only does it mention Prophet Muhammad by name, but it mentions and describes Muhammad as a prophet and various events in his life and the life of his community. And the scholarly consensus is that the Quran as we have it today certainly contains what Muhammad said and recited in his lifetime. 6. The Constitution of Medina is preserved in 8th century sources, and all scholars accept it as authentic and going back to Prophet Muhammad's own lifetime when he ruled over Medina, or Yathrib. It's the old name of Medina. 7. Other non-Muslim sources attesting to Prophet Muhammad include Christian and Persian writings. One of the most interesting accounts of the early 7th century comes from Sebios, who was a bishop of the house of Bagratunis. From this chronicle, there are indications that he lived through many of the events he relates. He maintains that the account of Arab conquest derives from the fugitives who had been eyewitnesses thereof. He concludes with Muawiyah's ascendancy in the Arab Civil War 656-61 CE, which suggests that he was writing soon after this date. Sebios is the first non-Muslim author to present us with a theory for the rise of Islam that pays attention to what the Muslims themselves thought they were doing. C.R.G. Hoyland, Seeing Islam as Others, sought a survey and evaluation of Christian, Jewish and Zoroastrian writings on early Islam, 1997, page 128. He says the following about Prophet Muhammad. Sebios was writing the chronicle at a time when memories of sudden eruption of the Arabs was fresh. He knows Muhammad's name and that he was a merchant by profession. He hints that his life was suddenly changed by a divinely inspired revelation. C.R. W. Thompson, with contributions from J. Howard Johnson. T. Greenwood, The Armenian History Attributed to Sebios, Part I, Historical Commentary, 1999, Translated Texts for Historians, Volume 31, Liverpool University Press, p. 238. He presents a good summary of Muhammad's preaching, i.e., belief in one God, Abraham as a common ancestor of Jews and Arabs. He picks out some of the rules of behavior imposed on the Ummah, the 4 prohibitions which are mentioned in the Quran. Much of what he says about the origins of Islam conforms to the Muslim tradition. That's some more proofs of Prophet Muhammad's existence, and I can present more proofs if you insist. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Do consider subscribing to my channel and liking the video. I will meet you in the next video. Until then, Assalamualaikum.
العسر يسرا ربنا أعلاك قدرا يا إمام